Okay, so raise your hand if you're ready for strawberry season again. Well, don't worry, because in Wake County, or Zone 8A, we actually plant strawberries in the fall. And at Poe, we have a strawberry pot that gave us a good 5 years, but now they are dead. So it's time to replant today. So I love making my own salad dressing as opposed to buying the ones in the store, because often they can be cheaper and you can have a little bit more control over what goes in them, so you can avoid things like added sugars and preservatives. So we have another video that talks about our spring strawberry tasks like pruning and harvesting, but today we're going to discuss our fall tasks. And planting in the fall is beneficial because it gives your strawberry plants enough time for their roots to become established, and it also gives you a head start on fruit production in the spring. So when you're doing your site selection for strawberries, it's important to pick a sunny spot that gets about 6 to 8 hours of sun per day and gets good drainage. Strawberries also do great in a container. And the glory of a container is you can just move it to whatever spot is sunny on your patio or backyard. All right, so I have moved to the ground just so it's a little bit more accessible for me. But basically what you want to do when you're getting ready to plant your strawberries is add a small layer of compost on top and just begin to work it in the soil. If you want, about a week before, you could add a fertilizer like a 20-20-20 mixture. And when you're planting your strawberries, you have two choices. You can do crowns or plugs. Today we are going to do, it's a little bit bigger than a plug, but I like to do these because they don't take as much time to establish their roots. But crowns are going to be a little bit more on the economical side. You can get about 30 crowns for like $25. So you're going to want to choose a variety that is appropriate for your climate and where you live. And the NC Cooperative Extension recommends Chandler, which is what we're planting today, or Sweet Charlie. Since we're planting in the fall, the strawberries are going to need a little extra protection from those cold winter days. So it's important to add some kind of mulch to your strawberries. Today I'm doing wood chips because that's just what we had on hand, but you could also use leaf litter in your yard, or you could use hay. And I like to put this down beforehand just because it makes it a little bit easier than doing it afterwards. So it's recommended to plant strawberries about 16 to 18 centimeters apart, but since we're working in a pot and things are kind of tight, we're going to plant them a little bit closer. Strawberry really is not that fussy of a plant and can adapt pretty easily, and they do recommend that amount of space because strawberries let off this runner, which can take up a little bit of space because it's just making a new plant, or otherwise called the daughter. So getting ready to plant, I just took it out of its pot. I'm loosening up the roots a little bit, especially at the bottom, and dig a hole about the size of your soil. And you don't want to go too much above the crown. And then we're just going to place it in and surround it with soil. And afterwards, we're going to want to give this a deep watering. So you'll start to see blossoms about March of next year, and then you'll also have delicious fruit by like May or June. And don't give up on your strawberries because they don't do as well the first year, but then the next year you'll start getting more and more fruit. And now that I think about strawberries, let's go create something delicious in the kitchen. So today we're going to be jazzing up some of our cold season veggies with a strawberry vinaigrette. And strawberries are available in North Carolina year-round in the grocery store, even if they might not be in our garden. So pairing your berries with your winter vegetables is a great way to bridge my plate year-round. So I love making my own salad dressing as opposed to buying the ones in the store, because often they can be cheaper and you can have a little bit more control over what goes in them, so you can avoid things like added sugars and preservatives. Step one is going to be washing our berries. We want to wash our berries because they are grown with pesticides, and we just want to rinse it off before consuming. And it's all the more reason to grow them in your garden. So the next step is going to be taking just the greens off the strawberries This is a great time to get some helping hands in the kitchen by using something like a child-safe knife or a plastic knife even, just because they're really easy to take off. And we always want to practice safe knife skills like bear claw while doing something with knives. And lastly, like if you have something that's a little bit mushier, it's still okay to use and we can avoid some food waste because it's all going to be blended up in the end. So now that we have chopped up all our strawberries, we have measured out everything we need for the food processor. And this is another time for helping hands to join in and doing a little measuring with you. So now I'm just going to add everything in. So I've assembled our salad and it's ready to eat. Our salad dressing will keep in the fridge for about a week. And I just love this salad because strawberries and kale are full of antioxidants and they both have vitamin C. Kale has vitamin K in it and strawberries have fiber for our bodies. And we could always round out our My Plate by adding a little quinoa to the salad or a slice of whole grain toast on the side. So feel free to modify your salad. You can change the base, you can change what kind of fruit you have in it, and let us know in the comments below what kind of changes you make. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and follow. It really helps us educate the people across NC. And don't forget to stay POFit.